Ladies and gentlemen, after the events last week, I am happy to bring you the new Straight Shot with me, Will Fletcher. And starting off at this new company news, we have someone who I must say I did not think would be here. Known for powerful defenses and bruising charges, the one batter of Chiroptera, Mr. Big T. Anderson. I must say, I did not think you'd be here after our little argument in chat, but I am happy to see you here.
Really? In chat? I could have called you worse at the dinner table, and we both know
Well, yes. Full disclosure, William Fletcher is my first and middle name. I should make it for this conversation and journalistic integrity to prove how good we are here. That my full name is William Fletcher Anderson. So, with that out of the way, what started you as a literomancer? How long were you in the houses before joining?
I wasn't. I joined originally as a mercenary in the First World War.
And were your services in demand?
No, in fact, the only reason I joined Chiroptera was they'd been the first to ask, and late in the training of that season as well.
Interesting. And had anyone tried to help you along, giving you anything to maybe move your way up in the tourneys, and even in the Second World War?
They did not. There's not a whole lot that can be given, honestly.
Well, then let me ask you about this void power issue.
You want me to answer honestly?
Yes, please.
I do not care.
Please explain a little further.
Well, people bring up how Lapin got the tome, but forget who had been the first two writers individually.
Yes, Sable.
And that
I'd
is
taken third, but you and Siobhan...
Siobhan.
Sorry. Siobhan of the Bat House. You two had taken first and second. You think that's some slight against your house?
Sable had to work as both writer and leader, and while she did come in third, people forget the houses had been in alliance before the fall of Chiroptera in the Second World War. She'd been able to enlist into the alliance the other two members above her. Some may cite that as a failure of the writer, but as a leader in such competition against Horde and other writers, when your alliance nearly falls out of the top five,
you were saying
you
she
give the
was
nod.
capable in leadership.
The work of the alliance and the ones who put it together. Yes, I'm saying she is.
But recently, she's claimed to needing help.
Yes, because she is a leader. Any leader who's putting energy into these battles are going to come out on the other side a little more ragged. It'd be a bad sign if they weren't.
So, you do not think this void power is just a play to gather more strength?
Have you been in these events, Will? I mean, I take it you're right, but have you taken that step to a full literomancer? Well,
I cannot say that I have.
Well, as someone with the pedigree I have, let me put it like this. You write. You move these words this way and that, and some for fiction, some for not, some for lyrics, some for poetry. You move these words about to find out exactly what you can do with them. It is that drive that pushes us all to be literomancers. It is why Sable's work and Siobhan's, despite both being leaders in that alliance, are different. Or how me and Liciam, despite both of us being rivals to the other, our work is different. You can play with words sometimes, but if you try to do it at an advanced and level and want to get to mastery without knowing the cost, then you will pay for those mistakes in blood.
Is that a threat?
No, it's just a bit of experience. It's like learning the rules of the land before working in it. You aren't going to take the rules of the cave and then take them to the swamp thinking it's the same.
And I and Lapin, even now.
And I and Chiroptera. It's all different. We have to work within them. If your company made an error, you have to pay the consequences.
Mistakes of those words not being understood more in depth is a mistake one has to be aware of when moving to higher levels. And because of that, but not the void power currently in the headlines, that would be the difference of what makes a strong literomancer.
Yes, that would be correct.
Would you take the power of the void if it was offered?
No. If that's how they want to deal with it, make a social club. And as long as it doesn't hurt anyone in my house, I don't care.
And if they do?
Then we get to play how many strikes does it take to get to the center of a void nugget.
Alright. Alrighty, thank you. This is William Fletcher Anderson. Thanks to Mr. Timothy Anderson, and we are shooting off.
Next time, just ask one of the f***ing void walkers. Some of us don't brown nose for our bread.
Well, thanks. I know you had your arm bent on doing this, but I do appreciate it. Let me know when it gets too hot on the battlefield for you.
F***ing fool.